So the following clip that is coming up is when I was going to pick up Elisa, I was talking about, because it goes past Peijas Hospital, and at Peijas Hospital it brings back nasty memories, because there I had my first MRIs, I had my first neurologist visits, there they did my spinal taps, 2 of them, and it just brings back horrible memories about me being diagnosed and stuff like that. And the next bit, why I'm kind of stating this is a continuation to what I thought I recorded in the car, but now it's lost. So I talk about these operations, and one thing that they did was a spinal tap, which caused an absolute agony for me, and it was just before Christmas, and I'm going through kind of the feelings of it and how it is. I felt that I was a sport of the doctors, that there's no actual medical good that came out of me having a spinal tap. Only horrible things happened. So that's why it kind of, the story is sort of mid-air. Post-spinal headache. It was so horrible, and it was Christmas time. And what actually happened afterwards was that they sent me home after this, what do you call it? So it went so that I went into the hospital for a steroid, cortisone, massive pulse they call, or a pulse, cortisone pulse they called it, and it lasted for 3 days, and I was in the hospital for the duration of the thing. And why they did it was in the hospital was that some people, apparently they get overactive when they get cortisone pushed into them, and they go all funny. I didn't have any of those effects. A lot of people describe that it's a very that it's a very positive feeling that they get from it, that they're euphoric and you love everybody and world is wonderful. I didn't have any of that, but what they did before they gave me this cortisone, they wanted to get an untainted sample from my what is it? Well, the fluid that goes down your spine. So they did a spinal tap, and the guy, he was very blasé about it. Didn't say, he just said, sit up here, curl your back a bit, lift your legs on a stool so that you have a proper arch in your back, and then he just went in with a needle. The operation, I think, went quite nicely, and as soon as they had taken this sample, they put me on this cortisone pulse treatment, and but then I think it was this next night or the following, I noticed that I had an absolutely horrific headache. If I was up over 30 degrees, I started to first of all, it was a massive headache, and if I didn't lay down, I had to be vertical basically to kind of get rid of this headache. If I didn't lay down, then it turned into nausea. So I don't know how to pronounce that. but I felt like vomiting after that. I never let it go that far, but it was horrid. And basically the whole of Christmas, it was just before Christmas that I had this, and basically the whole of Christmas I barely could eat my Christmas dinner because I was lying down. It was so horrible that I actually went into the ER about the headache, and at ER they said, yeah, this is quite common, and this happens quite often when they take a spinal tap. And I was like, why didn't this doctor ever tell me about that this is a potential side effect? Well, it is. I mean, he barely mentioned this. He barely mentioned this possibility of the spinal tap causing a headache. Which I think is criminal of him not to mention this. You're supposed to me, a doctor is supposed to give you enough information that you will be able to make some kind of a judgment on how to proceed with your treatment. And the nasty thing about this spinal tap was
prepare to keep right and then immediately keep right again.
The only reason for me having this spinal tap was they wanted information. This information, it was a confirmation of the findings that they found at the MRI. So basically I suffered a horrendous headache for nothing, just for satisfying the curiosity of the doctors. And the only thing that they found out in the cerebrospinal fluid was that I had potentially Lyme's disease, or I'd sometimes been bitten by a tick, and they put me on some antibiotics, which those also made me feel like absolutely horrible. My brother
Please keep
and
right in 1 kilometer and then immediately keep right again.
my brother and my father suggested that it might be something called Herxheimer's reaction. Don't know if that's the case, but it made me feel horrible. I went to the ER. There they gave me caffeine as a drip.
Now keep right and then immediately keep right again.
That's quite annoying. I mean, that guidance system. I just wanted it on to...
Now keep right.
I just wanted it on to get me out of that neighbourhood that I didn't have a clue how to get out of. But now I'm on a familiar route, so I don't need it. So yeah, I'll mention a couple of other things later on about these spinal taps. They're just about the most heinous operation that you can have, and given that it's just for the sport of the doctors, that they can't, or sorry, I feel that it wasn't the amount of pain that it caused. It was in no correlation to the benefits they possibly got from it. the sun was shining yesterday and this morning, but now it is looking bleak.
Walking right through my door. All of my life.
So, at one point I think I promised to mention what were the supplements that the doctors ordered for me. And it's a horribly long list. I just made an order to iHerb, which was, maybe I'll paste the image of the thing here, but it was over $400 because I paid with diners, then it forced the order to be in dollars. I bet they're absolutely ill-treating me in the exchange rate. So I'll be paying a ton of money. So, going through this stuff. First one is L-carnitine. And it says that I need to take one every morning and every night. So I chuck down 2 of those every day. And then there's magnesium. I now found a replacement product from iHerb. Don't know whether it's going to be good or not. I actually sent the order confirmation to the doctor and said, could you please confirm that these are correct? Then it is vitamin E, gamma E, vitamin E, full spectrum. Don't know what it is. I actually went to a store here in Finland that the doctor recommended and said, this is a proper nutritional store. We have a couple of chains, for example, Life, and he said that it only does the bare minimum, and they're kind of, it's like a chain restaurant, so the quality is what it is. And yeah, in this Nature Zone, they then went through the prescription and gave me these. So I'm fairly confident that I got the right stuff. So another vitamin E, it's called Super Selenium Complex Vitamin E, 200 micrograms. Then next one is, this is a Finnish company called Biomed. It's L-argini and L-citrulline. I don't know how to pronounce them in English. But I think I found a corresponding product on the iHerb page. It seems like it wasn't completely foreign. Then this I found on iHerb. It's called ubiquinol in Finnish. I don't know how to pronounce it in English. But anyway, I found this a corresponding product on iHerb. I bet it's cheaper than here in Finland. Then it's copper. Again, I found a product on iHerb that has copper in it, and hoping that I didn't get it wrong. Zinc, that's 4 tablets a day, so that would be, let me see how many. So 4 would be 60 milligrams, and copper would be 8,000 milligrams a day of copper. So it's 4 pills of that. one pill of these, it's R-lipoic acid. Don't know what it is. But anyway, I'm popping one of these every day. And it's vitamin D. I actually found a better product on iHerb. My brother already bought me these. It's this Healthy Origins vitamin D. But now the product that I got, this is 5,000 international units. It is 10,000 international units per pill. And if I'm gonna do a replacement, so it's only gonna be 2 pills to get the amount that the doctor ordered. Then complete B complex, and that seems to be 1 a day. And are there any more? Well, there's 2 more. It is iodine. This is Biomed iodine, so it's a finished product. I didn't look for it because it's 1 drop a day, and this is practically full, and I've been doing it now for ages. But this one, I found a corresponding product on iHerb that I ordered. It is B12, and what I found was a kind of spray that you put in your mouth. So that's pretty much what I'm gonna be popping. Yeah. And then we move on to actual pharmacy products that were ordered or subscribed to me. It's selenium and chrome. 1 tablet a day. It's selenium and chrome and vanadine. Don't know what it is, but this was one of the things that the doctor ordered. Then next one is mangani. I need to check what is mangani in English, but this is 1 pill a day. And there's 1 more. Beta-carotene. And this again is one pill a day. And that, I think, is my full set of pills that I'm popping at the moment. Obviously, none of them are medicine. I mean, medicine, as in stuff that big pharma would want you to eat. It's basically supplements. I've noticed that if I eat them into an empty stomach, then I get nausea, but it only lasts for like 10 minutes or so. And I think it relents as soon as I get something other than only the pills in my stomach. Then kind of the feeling of nausea goes away. So that was my tablet intake. Then I obviously have the neurolipid drink, which is these neurolipid ice cubes 2 a day, these Green Plus ice cubes 2 a day. Then it is Active Whey, which is made by this company Biomed. I tried to ask, is there a replacing product? No. Then it's vitamin C put into this drink, and then there's I can't remember what that one, but there's a third powder that I create this mix out of. I'm feeling a bit, you know, if this would come out of my own pocket and not the company, I would probably say bye-bye. But, what do you call it? I'm willing to give it a go. Because, let's say, €400 and it lasts a couple of months, 3 months, that amount of stuff. If I would eat beef as I used to, I would easily go over €400 a month on, not month, but in this period, this 3-month period, I would easily go over that amount eating meat. And I think it has affected how the family eats also, me not eating meat. So then naturally a lot of us don't consume meat, or we as a family don't consume meat. So that has brought our grocery bills down. So that's about all the supplements listed. I noticed that my order wasn't complete. I was missing some items. Now that actually, the funny thing is, I try to be mindful when I'm doing and focus on stuff, but when I was doing the order, I forgot a couple of things from the list, and now that I was doing the video, then I noted that I'm presenting this product, but in the list of products that I've ordered, this is missing. It should not be. So there's 2 items that I'm adding to the order: zinc and vitamin D, which I think is key of these supplements, is the vitamin D. And so I ordered what I said that I would on the previous clip. I forgot to do it, so now the order is in. Just when I was posting, one thing that I forgot to mention that was ordered by the doctor that I am consuming, it is not here, it's cod liver oil, and it's quite a lot. I've gotten better at drinking it, and I can just take a big sip of it, but previously elevator came up. And then my own, this was not doctor ordered, but I read about it a lot, and flaxseed oil, that's another one. So 2 oils, cod liver oil and flaxseed oil, are other supplements that I'm taking. So, what else? Jesus is King.